Well, they've been overrated. This team is really not a contender. But for me, Skip, you know why I've had them all year long. Skip, I've said I don't believe they're better than the Cardinals. I don't believe they're better than the Bucks. I don't believe they're better than the Packs. I don't believe they're better than the Rams. So at best, for me, they would have been the 5th seed. If you think about it and go back and look, since everybody jumped on the bandwagon, and a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon, said this team is going to the Super Bowl, they lost 2 or 3. They lost to the Broncos. They beat a bad Falcons team. They lost to Kansas City on the road when Kansas City's offense still didn't play their best day. So for me, I've always thought they were overrated. Well, I had them rated where I thought they were. Everyone else that jumped on the bandwagon, led by you, think they were underrated. Pro Football Focus, I know you don't agree with it, say my team is #1 in this. They say my team has 2 of the top 5 offensive linemen. My team has the #1 rated. All that's fine and good and dandy. But when you watch them play against elite teams or teams that's not really elite, I mean, that's okay. That's especially defensively. Watch what they do. The biggest thing that I see the problem is with the Cowboys, Skip, is that they don't know who they are. They have a $75 million quarterback, but as the stats that you give, when they run more than they throw it, they have a record that's unblemished. And when they pass it more than they run it, they have major flaws. So who are they? The Bucs know exactly what they are. Their short passing game is an extension of their running game. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. The Rams are looking to throw the ball over the field. They'll sprinkle some run in. Kyler Murray's the spirit. So all the teams that I have in front of them, they know exactly who they are. The question the Cowboys ask themselves internally and what they put out there is, who are we? Are we trying to let Zeke run this thing and then we play action off it? Or do we let Dak, because we paid him $75 million and we believe he's one of these upper echelon quarterbacks, let him throw the ball all over the yard? So who are you? What are you? Those are the questions. But for me, you're the 5th best team in the NFC, and you've been overrated all year long.
Okay. You finished?
I'm finished.
Good. It's time for me to start to explain to you once and for all why this team is being dramatically underrated.
Okay, well, explain to me then, please.
It's really because of one game and one game only. But what has been the theme of this National Football League season? Everybody's had at least one stinker. Am I right about that? I can disqualify any team you throw at me. I say, yeah, but what about that game, right? I got one but on my team. But let's look at the whole schedule. Let's go to the top. Let's go to opening Thursday night at Tampa. Was that not a moral victory for my team?
No.
They got goated at the end of the game because they left 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the clock for the greatest quarterback ever. And he drove them down the field for a walk-off field goal, and my team lost 31-29. But my team outgained Brady's offense 451 yards to 431. That's pretty good. So we were 20 yards better on offense than Tom Brady. You saw nuclear firepower on opening night. Then we go to the Chargers, which is no small task, and win 20-17 in spite of my coach. And I keep telling you, we have to win we have to overcome Mike McCarthy. And then we go home and we crush Philly 41-21. Then we handily beat Carolina 36-28. Then we dominate the Giants 44-20. Then we go to New England and we win on a walk-off throw from Dak to CD in overtime. We win 35-29. And guess what we did to Belichick's defense? We put up 567 yards offense at New England to his 335. So we outgained New England that day by 232 yards. Is that not domination?
Yeah, you got to play well.
Okay, that is impressive to me. That's one where you sit back and say, timeout, you better rate this team. You better stop underrating and start to make it more and more, because this team is showing you its firepower when it goes up to Minnesota and there's no Dak, and they hold Kirk Cousins and that receiving core to 1 of 13 on third down. That was the night I said, wait a second, I've got a defense to go with my offense, right? And Cooper Rush manages to win the game without Dak because actually the defense won the game 20-16. Then we come home and we flex all of our nuclear firepower against Atlanta. I'm sorry, I skipped over the one game. This is the bad game. Okay?
You did skip over.
Because I had it circled, actually. Okay, so we had one bad day at the office. We had one overconfident game because we're just learning how to do this. This is still a young team as far as learning how to be dominating. And what happened? My quarterback stunk. He played his worst game of his Cowboy career, did Dak Prescott, and we fall behind 30-0 early in the fourth quarter. But as I said, everybody's had a stinker, and we just said, okay, we forget about it. We come right back out against Atlanta, and what did we do? 43-3 is what we did.
Yeah.
That was a flex.
Yeah.
That was to show Shannon Sharpe, watch what we're capable of doing. And in that game, on 3rd and 4th down, we hold Matt Ryan to 1 of 13. I want you to think about that. 1 of 13. So Kirk Cousins 1 of 13 on 3rd down alone. Matt Ryan 3rd and 4th down, 1 of 13. And I'm starting to say, wait a second, my defense has figured it out. And my defense then goes up to Kansas City and holds Patrick Mahomes at Arrowhead to a grand total of 19 points and kept us in the game all game long because we don't have just one Defensive Player of the Year candidate. We have 2. We have Micah Parsons, who is now top 10 in sacks, and we obviously have had Trevon Diggs all year long, who is leading the league in interceptions with 8. Okay, so we have 2 Defensive Player of the Year candidates on a defense, on a unit that you say is completely overrated. Yeah. Am I right?
I didn't say they're overrated. I said they're overvalued. I say they're average.
Okay, they're average, except lately they're not playing average. They're playing top 10-ish kind of defense because all of a sudden in points allowed, Dallas is 8th in the league.
That's very good.
Who knew? Who knew? Well, obviously, in points scored, we're 3rd, and we haven't been very good here of late, but we're still 3rd. We're 1st in yards gained in the National Football League. That's pretty good. And if we look at our favorite website, Pro Football Focus, they say that the 3rd best team in the league is Dallas, which is way better than what you have them.
I got them.
And they also say that the best offense in pro football belongs to the Dallas Cowboys.
But let me ask you a question, Skip. What good is that? What good is having money if you can't get to it when you need it?
Okay.
What good is having the number 1 offense, one of the best teams, is that when you need more than 9 points, you can't score it.
Okay.
When you need more than 16 points, you can't get it unless it's in mop-up duty.
Okay, so much of the year we were 2nd in rushing, right?
Yeah.
And what stats do I keep throwing at you? When Dak Prescott has been our quarterback, they are 29-0 when they run it more than they throw it.
Okay.
What did they do when they went up to Kansas City? I don't know what got into Kellen Moore, but he said, you know what? I'm going to show you that my quarterback can out Mahomes at Kansas City. I'm going to put the game in Dak's hands. And he throws 43 times and they run it 16 times, and he scored 3 field goals in 12 possessions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so actually that game boiled down to 3 bad throws by my quarterback. I can just distill the whole game down to 3 bad throws. He had 1 bad day at the office at Kansas City because they tried to say, you be the $75 million man.
No, but hold on. You said his bad day was at Denver. So was it?
Well,
Did he play? So which day was worse, the Denver or the Kansas City game?
I told you, both of them shook me up. but the defense continued to rise and shine through this, except for the one bad day at the office for the defense, gave up 190 yards rushing to Denver. But show me a team. I want you to pick one team that you love that hasn't had one stinker.
No, but
you can't.
No, I can't. But here's the thing, Skip. Of all the teams, show me the team that's unsure about their identity.
Okay.
You are the only one.
Okay.
Because you don't know, because you got a $75 million quarterback, are we going to allow him to throw it 40-plus times a game? Or are we going to lean on this running game with Zeke and Tony Pollard?
Okay. So far this year, Dak Prescott is 0-3. 0-3 when they don't run for 100 yards. Aha! Okay, so there's the magic formula. So we're back to the Raiders today. You better run it down their throats.
But Skip, you said you want to put the ball in the bellies of running back when you're playing your quarterback $75 million.
Well,
you can't understand the
I told you
juxtaposition.
that was too much, and you said that's just what the market bears. Right?
What would you want to pay him? $20 million?
I don't know. I just said it was too much. Jerry said it was too much when they had their press conference.
Nah. Jerry Jones been going. No, Jerry and Stephen been going out there talking about Super Bowl. They talking about this team got as much talent as those Super Bowl team. Yeah.
Is it possible that we're turning into a defensive team more than an offensive team? Because I'm going to remind everybody, guess who is 2nd best in the National Football League in allowing 3rd down conversions? 2nd best on defense, allowing 3rd down conversions, is the Dallas Cowboys, and they're barely behind your old team, the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens allow 31%. We allow 32% conversions. That's a stat you can take to your Super Bowl
absolutely,
bank.
yes.
Okay? And on offense, we are 7th best in the league at converting third down.
Right.
So I've got 2nd best stopping third down, 7th best converting. Those are playoff kind of numbers. Those are go deep in the playoffs.
But Skip, you're the 7th best team in converting third downs, but when you needed more than 9 points, you couldn't get it. When the Denver Broncos was selling for field goals and you needed to get a possession, you needed to get a drive, instead of going 3 and out, you get 7, 8, 9 plays, you couldn't get it.
Okay, I hear you, but we've now played 10 games and you are focusing on 2 out of the 10.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. You built those stats up over bad teams when you're going 10 or 13 against the Falcons. You're going 10, you're going 9 of...
The Falcons who had just won at New Orleans. Go ahead.
And the New Orleans Saints that just got blown out by Philly. And the New Orleans Saints that lost 3 in a row.
Just beat the Bucks. Go ahead.
Lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
See, hold on. Now, you just can't say everybody's had a bad game, so the Bucks didn't have a bad game, so which is it?
I said they've had a bad game.
Okay, then.
Yes.
So the Bucks maybe have both. Look, the way I look at the Cowboys, Skip, yes, they played some teams, but they got 4 turnovers against the Bucks, and they still lost.
Okay.
That happened.
And by the way, who's tied for 4th in the National Football League in takeaways? Dallas.
And who's
defense?
Y'all, good thing.
Underrated defense. Shannon Sharpe says they got exposed.
Oh.
No.
Hold on. You built up that cachet over a long period of time. What you've been doing over the last couple of weeks against Denver and against Kansas City, what have you been doing offensively? Turning it over.
Well, the quarterback has.
Hold on. Is he on offense?
Yep.
Okay, then.
I agree. So you had another bad day at the offense on strategy, offensive philosophy at Kansas City, and you got to right the wrong today against the Raiders. It starts. Should they win this game? They're 7.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
Sure, they should. So if you get back on the winning train and you go to New Orleans and you take care of business, I don't know if they'll have Kamara back and Mark Ingram back for that game. They're not going to play tonight against Buffalo.
Right.
But if they do, it's going to be a battle. It'll be much harder to win against Kamara, right?
I need you to pick a side, because one minute you talk about Dak, my guy's a warrior, and the next minute you talking about the man ain't worth the money he got.
Well, I only say what I see, and I've seen him have 2 bad games by his standards, and certainly by $75 million standards. But I've also seen a whole bunch of really good games, such as the one at New England, such as the one at Chargers, such as the one at GOAT. Those are big-time games, and he is highly capable, and still his body of work is very impressive. And if you just call more running plays than passing plays, we good.
The Rams, the Chargers was a very impressive win, because I still think the Chargers are a very good football team, and the job they were able to do on Justin Herbert as far as keeping him out of the end zone, because they did get into the red zone. Your defense bowled their back.
He scored 17 points at home against my defense.
He threw a pick in the end zone.
Yep.
But for me, Skip, you beat a rookie and you lost. So you got one impressive win on your resume, and it's the Chargers. One.
Well, wait a second. New England, a lot of people think is the best team in football.
You beat a rookie.
Now. Okay.
You beat a rookie who you have little to no respect to.
Pro Football Focus right now grades New England the best team in football. Really?
You got little to no respect for the quarterback.
Wow. Well, you have lots of respect for the quarterback.
I sure do.
Okay, well, how can you not give me an impressive win?
Rookie. He a rookie still, though.
Well, is he or is he not? He's not playing like a rookie.
You beat Teddy Bridgewater, got you.
Okay.
Teddy Bridgewater owned you. Have y'all ever beat Teddy Bridgewater?
I don't think so, because we lost to him 12-10 at New Orleans.
Okay. And he did a number on 18? Y'all. And then he did a Teddy turn down.
Yep.
Had y'all 30-0. Mm-hmm. 30.
Yep. Everybody has one of those.
No. Ain't nobody had no 30-0. Mm-hmm. What team lost that was down 30-0?
You remember what happened to your Green Bay Packers on opening day at Jacksonville against New Orleans?
It went down 30-0.
Yeah.
That first game of the season.
I think it was worse than 30-0.
Hey, that was first game of the season. Everybody had the first game of the season.
Okay.
Y'all was no, hold on.
Does it count?
This was when you guys were going to the Super Bowl. You remember everybody, all the analysts was talking about the Cowboys and what they could do? And stunk it up.
All I really care about is that you bet me 10 cases of Diet Mountain Dew before the year started that the Dallas Cowboys would not win the NFC.
Yeah, and you haven't won it. Have you won it?
Right now, they're 2.5 games up on Philly, right?
Yep.
A little more up on Washington and way up on the Giants.
Ain't nobody talking about the Giants.
Okay.
But guess what you got to do? You got to play Washington, and you got to play the Eagles again.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.